EA just sold out to the Saudi group, and all the internet is in uproar. And it's super funny. I saw some video because I had to. I read some article because I had to. And seeing game journalists ceding to the idea that a conservative country like Saudi Arabia, like Qatar, controlling EA is the worst thing for them. And it's funny because the first thing that they say is that all the progressivism in video games gonna be gone. The fuck? EA? From what I understand, it was okay, right? When everything was being more progressive, it was okay because gaming has always been progressive. Now it's gonna be progressive. What? Are you against Islam? Are you against people who have another faith than you having Arabic representation in video games? No, seriously, I really don't care. But the good part is that you know that the gaming industry will go back straight if I can go that way because some stuff are. So yeah, let's see what will happen because they put a lot of money in that. And I was thinking about it differently. Three things. First, the Saudi group have been buying entertainment for some time now. They're in boxing, they're in MMA, they're in WWE, wrestling, they're in soccer, they're in tennis. And from what I saw, they improve the sport. And I will explain why. Boxing right now suffer from something that I call the undisputed challenge. During the time of Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and other boxers, the strongest will fight against other strongest to see who is the strongest. But since some time now, the boxer will fight against a lot of boxers. And I won't call them nobody because there's no nobody. But they'll fight against a lot of boxers just to pad their resume. And then you will have two undisputed fighting. And then one will lose. And because he's not the undisputed no more, he lost everything in his career. And it's getting stale and boring, in my opinion. Nero won't say that, but I don't think that Nero will say the same thing that I do about this part. And for the MMA is always entertainment. There's no undisputed. Everyone is fighting against each other until they lose or they retire. So it's different. And in my opinion, I don't have a problem with that. There was the Embracer Group deal. And from what I saw, the reaction after and the aftermath is two things. For those who don't remember, Embracer Group was supposed to get bought out or an enormous cash injection, $2 billion from the Saudi group. And the deal didn't fall through. So Embracer Group had to scramble, and from that point on, everyone says that Embracer Group destroyed gaming. And one thing that I noticed right away is that the first thing that Embracer sold was Gearbox. And if you remember that year, what release? Yes, Borderlands 3 with a DLC about a gay marriage. I'm not saying that's the reason the deal fell through. I'm just saying that as someone who's human, and if I had a big deal like this falling through because of a reason, I will push that reason out of the box. The fuck? EA? Right away to try to renegotiate the deal. After that, anyway, it's EA. EA was a good company.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA used to be the shittiest company 2 years in a row, dethroned by Ubisoft, and everyone who's crying about it is because the agenda, or they work at EA and they want the agenda. One thing's for certain, some people will lose their jobs. That's clear. And for EA CEO saying that they will keep their core value, I doubt that. Not because they don't want to. The reason is that most company, when they get bought out, it takes 5 years before the management change. So what will happen is that they will recruit new people, learning from the old manager and putting the old manager out and replacing them by their figurehead. That's how from one game to another, your favorite game went from being awesome to being a woke queer trash or having too much queerness inside. And that part I don't understand. And seeing them see it, because when it was the other side, when gamer was saying that can we have normal stuff like male and female? What if you don't like it, don't buy it? Can we have better gameplay, better story? Don't need to push your agenda in our throat. What? Are you phobic or something? And now that the shoe is on the other foot and the shoe didn't even drop yet, they're already crying because they know that their reign is over. Is it a good or a bad thing? I won't lie, I do not know. Because there's a lot of taboo that will happen. Will the game become more expensive? I don't know, because Saudi has a big money fund. And at the end of the day, you can see it with boxing matches being free on one of the prince's YouTube channel. So they don't care that much about money at some level. That being said, I remember him buying King of Fighter. I remember the Saudi group buying the studio of King of Fighter, and the last King of Fighter looked polished, good and normal. Ooh. No, SNK. And the game came out polished, looking good, without agenda, so only time will tell. But at the same time, I watch a spectacle, I'm laughing, I'm having fun, seeing the double standard that those people have. And in my opinion, either it busts or it go up. We already rock bottom anyways for what's going with EA. So, am I right? Am I wrong? Agree, disagree? Leave a comment. On that note, be a little bit evil and stay passionate.